She blocked me. How to get over the pain of being blocked. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about when you've been blocked and how to get over this pain of being blocked. Because when you are blocked, it can seem very, very final. And it can really cut, it can really hurt. So let's go into some ways you can actually get over this pain and start to feel a bit better. Before we get into this video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like on it and if you would please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you. So when you get blocked, it can really, really sting, especially if this was someone that you had a crush on, or it could be an ex. It can be really, really confusing as to what's happening, especially if you want to get back with them or you want to be in a relationship with this person. And you love them, you care about them, you have a crush on them in some way. And if you have that attachment, it can seem very, very final when you get blocked. So if this was me, I would assume that I'm going to be blocked forever. That would be my first assumption. And obviously, for whatever reason, this person doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Now, it's true that they could have used it as a manipulation technique. They might be trying to get a reaction out of you. They might be hoping that you will reach out to them on another platform. But don't do that. Do not reach out to someone that's blocked you, removed you from and start messaging them on another platform, because you have to assume, even if they are trying to manipulate you to try to get you to talk to them on a different platform, they've still blocked you. And you don't know that without being a mind reader. I am not a mind reader and I cannot tell you the exact reason why someone has blocked you. And I can't tell you if she's ever going to unblock you, because I can't look into the minds of other people, and neither can you. You can assume things, but you'll never actually know. And even if you did ask them, they might not actually tell you the truth anyway. So it's best to assume that it means what it looks like. They've blocked you, they don't want to talk to you. So that's the first thing. You need to accept that this is it. This could be it. I mean, it might not be, but it's best to assume that. So the next thing you should do after that is you need to start finding a way that you can get over it and start healing from that situation. So literally the worst thing you could probably do is do something harmful to yourself. So this could be like binge eating, binge drinking, or using any other kind of substance. Basically going for those feel good in the moment things and then regretting it later. Do things that are, if you're going to do anything to distract yourself, then make sure it's things that are actually good for you. The next thing that might be a good idea, and a lot of you might not want to do this because it kind of sounds a bit sissy. I think a lot of people think this kind of thing is sissy. At least that's what I've come into contact with anyway. But write down how you feel about it. Even if it's on a computer. You don't have to write it down on like pen and paper. But write down how you feel about the situation and the fact that you got blocked. And write it honestly. Don't write it in hopes that someone's going to read it. Because some people do that. Some people write in the journal, or they have like an online journal or something that they're hoping that someone will read one day. Write down things that have upset you, like this situation, honestly. Write it for you and no one else, to say the exact truth. Okay, don't write in hopes of someone will read it. So write down what happened, write down how you truly feel about it, and that might actually help you. Getting your thoughts onto paper and just kind of like purging it out really, really does help with certain situations, especially when things have only just happened. So if you just got blocked today, then this is a good moment for you to actually write down all of your anger and all of your upset without the intention of someone reading it. Just write it just for you, and that will help. That's what's personally helped me. Writing down things about things that happened to me in my past. It can help for a lot of different things. So just write it all down and how you feel about it. And that might help you let out some of that anger, some of that frustration, and some of that hurt. And if you still feel really upset and mad about it, then, you could go out for a run, exercise. Obviously, don't hurt yourself. Make sure that you're exercising with someone who can probably look after you, and, do it at like a gym or something where someone can, keep an eye on you, basically like a personal trainer. And just let out all of that anger, all of that energy. I guess a really good one might be like a punching bag or something like that, or you might just want to just scream into your pillow or something. Try to get that energy out physically, whether that is by just doing something like screaming into a pillow, or actually going to the gym and working out with your body and letting go of some of that stress. But find a healthy way to outlet it, right? Because if you don't, and if you just keep it bottled in, it's just going to fester, and it's going to make you not feel very good. Basically, you need to, whenever you're angry or whenever you're sad, you need to find a way to let out that energy and to express yourself. Now, don't express it to the person that blocked you. Again, they don't want to talk to you. Just assume that they don't want to talk to you. And if that's the case, then you messaging them or you writing them a letter and sending it to them is not going to help them unblock you. And it's not going to make them unblock you either. So if they've got rid of you, you have to assume that they don't want to talk to you. What you want to do after you've kind of done stuff like that, where you've let out that energy, is you want to start focusing on things in your life that bring you meaning, that would make you feel a lot happier. One of the pieces of advice that I give quite often is that you should be designing a life that you can be happy about and that you can be proud of. Now, of course, this is different for everybody. My idea of a perfect life, or my dream life, or the life that I want to be living day in, day out, is a lot different than what yours might be. So only you know how you would ideally like to be living your life, and how to make the best of a day, because that's a really good, important thing that I try to do, especially when I'm working, when it's a regular work day. I try and design my day in such a way that I can feel proud of myself at the end of it. And sprinkled in those days, I'm aiming towards the perfect life that I want, my ideal life. So my everyday actions are leading me to the place where I want to be, but also my everyday actions are set up in such a way that I'm happy about and I'm proud of, and I don't feel like I'm pushing myself, and I don't feel like I'm running myself into the ground, and I'm able to enjoy it but also still feel proud of what I've done and what I've accomplished. So I recommend that you try and do that as well if you can. So what are some things that you can do every day, especially every, say that's Monday to Friday? What are some things that you can do during that day, during those regular days, that can make you feel a lot more happier about your life, a lot more proud? So one thing, a simple thing, might be just going to the gym. Maybe that's all you need to feel happier and more proud of yourself. Something else might be, you might have a side hustle, you might be working on something, you might be starting your own business. That might be something else that you're trying to accomplish, that you feel like you should be doing, but for some reason you're not doing right now. You need to be doing those things more often, so at the end of the day you feel proud of yourself and you're not looking back on your days thinking, oh, I shouldn't have wasted my time doing this, I shouldn't have done that, I should have done more of this. You know, if you have more days where you feel proud of what you've done, it's going to boost your self-esteem so much. You're going to feel like you're growing, and if this stuff is really meaningful to you, then you're going to feel really great about it. So start designing a life that you can be proud of, and when you're happy and when you're ambitious and when you're more relaxed, you're going to attract more people into your life who are going to be right for you. So this very thing that has happened to you, being blocked, might actually turn out to be a really great gift. What I've found is that with my most painful experiences in love, so let's say when I was a teenager in my early 20s, the most painful love experiences I had during that time actually led me to greater understandings, to better self-esteem, to finding more knowledge on certain topics that are related to those areas, that helped me become who I am today. And I'm quite happy with who I am today. So the very painful experiences of your life might actually be directing you to somewhere better. Even if it feels painful now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's always going to be painful. And I'm sure that somewhere in there is a lesson to be learned. And it may not seem like it right now, but in the future, when you look back, it will make more sense to you. And perhaps leading you to this video. And now because of this video, you're going to start doing other things in your life. You know, start designing that lifestyle that you dream of and that you want. These are some of the best ways that I personally think you can get over being blocked by someone, because obviously it does sting, it does hurt, but the worst thing you can do is make the situation worse for yourself by doing things that are bad for you and going for those instant gratification things, or making a fool of yourself by messaging them on another platform or something like that. I highly recommend, if this is an ex, to go and watch this video. Because if this is an ex, then there's obviously some things that you probably could do actually to get them back. So please go and watch that video. If you have any tips, any stories or anything else that you think might help other people, then please leave them down in the comments. If you would like to get in touch with me personally and you would like coaching, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. And I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.